much as we hate to think about it, getting a flat tire is always a possibility. And having a plan and not having a plan can be the difference between having to make a phone call, an embarrassing phone call, or being able to get back home or get to your destination on your own two wheels. So today we're going to see 4 different strategies to deal with a flat tire. The first strategy is the good old tried and true humble patch kit. This is very simple. It's a very simple solution. It consists of a rubber cement, some patches, some sandpaper, and it's a very easy solution because as long as you know how to use it, you can fix the puncture repeatedly. So you can fix the first puncture, the second, and any other puncture as long as you have cement, rubber cement, which is the glue, and patches. So all you need for this is something to remove your wheels with. So if you have quick release wheels, you don't even need tools for that. You need tire levers to remove the tire, and you need the puncture kit. What I also love about this solution is just how small and convenient it is and how versatile it is. You can put this in your backpack or in your pannier, or if you use several backpacks and panniers, you can keep one in each of them, and it's always there. And as long as you have a butyl tube, you're going to be able to fix it. For example, I go out on weekend rides with my family, and all of us, each one of us, has a different size wheel and different size tires and inner tubes and valves. So no matter who gets a puncture, I can always be there and fix any puncture that we might get. Now the second solution is to have a spare inner tube with you. This is a little bit simpler because once you have the tire removed from the rim, all you have to do is make sure that there's no sharp objects inside the tire, and you put in the new inner tube. You don't need to worry about finding the hole and patching it. You can take your the puncture tube, you can take it home, fix it there, and you're back on the road in no time. And although this is a very simple solution, it's not a very universal solution. For starters, you can only fix one flat with a new inner tube. So if you get several flats in a row on the same ride, you're going to be out of tube very soon. So this is good for the first one. The second reason why this is not very universal is because each tire is a little bit different. So this solution is tire specific. So what might be great for my wheel and my tire might not be good for yours. So tires and rims, different diameter and size, and the inner tube needs to be for that specific tire and that specific valve type. So for that reason, I couldn't take this with me on my family rides because this is only good for my tire, but not my wife's or my children's. The third solution is to hit the like and the subscribe button for great cycling content. But joking aside, the third solution is to put some sealant in your inner tube. Yes, sealants exist not only for tubeless but also for inner tubes. And the way they work is you take off the valve core and you pour in some sealant. It's easier with Schrader valves because all Schrader valves, which is the type that you find on cars, can be removed. The core can be removed, so you can fill the tire up with sealant. You put in the core and you've got sealant in the tires, and the sealant goes to where the puncture is and it fixes the puncture without you even noticing it. Now the great thing about it is that this works without you intervening. So it fixes the flats, it fixes the puncture without even you knowing it. It's a set it and forget it solution. As long as, and this is the bad part, as long as the hole is not too big. So if the hole is 3 millimeters or larger, this is not going to work. Another downside of sealants in the inner tube is that they expire, so they dry up after about 2 years. So every 2 years, even if you don't have a flat, you need to change your tire or your inner tube. Now personally, I haven't had a single flat in the last 3 years on my commute, so I would have had to change my inner tube even without having a flat. However, if you have a lot of thorns and sharp objects on your commute, this might be something to look into. Something else to keep in mind is that this is not compatible with all inner tubes. As I said, Schrader valves, the car type valves are okay, but Presta valves need to be a special type of Presta valve. So that's the pointy little one that comes on road bikes. So some of them have removable valve cores while others don't. If you don't have one with a removable valve core, then you're out of luck. You can still hack your way through it and you can still make it work, but it's not going to be a very simple solution. Also, this particular type, slime, is not compatible. Out of the box, it's not compatible. You can't pour it into Presta valves. It's okay for Schrader, but it's not good for Presta. Let me show you another way to deal with a flat, and it's here mounted on my frame. This is a puncture repair spray. This is a little bit similar to the sealant in that you actually put something into the tube to fix the puncture, but you don't use this before the puncture happens. You only use it once you get the puncture. So the way you do it is you shake it up vigorously and you actually put it on the valve and you inflate the tire. You inject this into the tire. The good thing about this particular one, this one I picked up in Decathlon, is that this is compatible with Schrader and Presta valves, and this can actually patch very small holes only. This is up to 1 millimeter in diameter. So once you put it in the tube, it inflates the tube to a certain degree, and after a few minutes of rotating the wheel, you have to inflate the tire and it will get you home. Once you're at home, you actually have to throw away your inner tube and you have to put in a new one. So it's a really quick solution. It's a very temporary solution, but it can get you back on the road rather fast. My current strategy to deal with flats is to carry an inner tube and fix the first puncture or the first problem with a new inner tube, because that's going to be the fastest. If I get any more punctures on the same ride, I'm going to use the puncture repair kit. And once I'm at home, if I didn't get a second flat, I'm going to fix the flat with the puncture repair kit, and I'm going to use that old new tube that I just fixed as my spare inner tube. I think it's always advisable to use at least 2 different strategies to have a backup plan in case one of them fails you. It's a good idea to think about these problems before they happen, because once they do, you're going to be much quicker back on the road. Oh yeah, and don't forget to have a decent pump with you, because fixing a flat is only good if you can inflate the tire. I'm curious to know, what strategy do you use to deal with your flats? Is there any favorite method that you have that I didn't mention, maybe I should try? Let me know in the comments below. And until the next time, this has been Sam from Bike Commuter Hero. Take care, pedal on, bye-bye.